Hey sis, welcome to the Sis I Love You podcast. And here we have those deep conversations about being a woman and healing and everything in between. But nevertheless, let's talk about it. And we are going to be talking about decentering social media. Let's say it again. We are decentering social media. I think nowadays, especially women, we feel a lot of pressure from social media to be the baddest, to be mysterious, to be the it girl, to be everything in between, to be a trad wife. Like, it's always some new trend or identity that everyone is trying to emulate or should, quote unquote, be emulating. And it's like, girl, be you. Come on now. Like, let's talk about it for real, because everything has to be an aesthetic. Everything has to be done this way. Everything has to be da da da. Like, just do it because you want to do it, and just do it, and just let that be what you did. You did what you were supposed to do, and you do it how you do it because that's what you wanted to do. Okay, let's roll it back. I think social media is very good when used as a tool, for sure. You know, it connects us. It inspires us. It allows us to be connected. But no, seriously though, I would just say in this age of social media, it's very easy to get addicted to it. It's very easy to have social anxiety. It's very easy to have social media anxiety. It's very easy to have FOMO. It's very easy to put unrealistic expectations on yourself. It's very easy to fall into the trap of social media. As someone who took a 6-month fast from social media, I'm talking about I deleted all that. So the first thing I want to talk about is the impact. How is social media impacting us on a day-to-day? Whether you believe it or not, you are what you consume. You are the books you read. You are the thoughts you have. You are the food that you eat. You are the people that surround you. You are a sum of everything that you are consuming. And I'm not just talking about through your mouth, through your ears, through through your ears, through your eyes, through your mouth, through your feels, environments, everything. You are a sum total of what you are consuming. And to be quite honest, a lot of times we consume too much social media. And let's just be honest, sometimes it's just a lot of noise that's quite honestly unnecessary. And with you consuming it at the rate, I don't know how much you scroll, but with you consuming it as much as you do, whether we realize it or not, it shapes our day to day. It shapes the habits that we have. Sometimes we picked up someone else's thoughts and accepted it and subconsciously believe some of the things that we are seeing and hearing on social media. For some people, you just don't need it. You're like, okay, I'm good. Like, social media ain't that deep to me. And I absolutely love that for you. But for some of us, you had to come to the realization like, hey, maybe I'm on here too much, or maybe I think too deeply about it. Do you scroll and be like, oh, I wish I could do that? Do you scroll and sometimes use it as a way to just bypass time, to dissociate? Do you scroll and wish like, dang, I should have done that? Do you scroll and sometimes feel a little anxious afterwards? Do you scroll and then get that 3 a.m. motivation? Do you scroll and feel an emotion afterwards? Do you scroll? But no, seriously though, I think my realization that I needed to leave social media alone was when I realized I was trying to emulate something that I wasn't technically, or even just getting down on myself, or always like a comparison thing. Because I would say, like, I came to a realization when I was like early 20s, like 19, 20. I'm like, I want to be like an Instagram model, and that's not even, not necessarily be an Instagram model, but like the aesthetic, that look. And I'm like, that's not even necessarily my style. That's not even who I am, you know? And I remember one day I was like, I'm bigger than this. And I was just like, oh, okay, well. So the thing is, how do you decensor social media? What does that look like for me, for you? You can wean yourself off of it, or you can cut it cold turkey. I would say when I decenter social media, it started off with setting limits on my phone. And at first, I used to not like look at it. I just ignore it anyway. But I started setting the time limits on my phone. I started making rules around my house. Like, I'm not scrolling on social media once I entered this room. Like, even now, 4 years later, I'm like, okay, my bedroom is not meant for any work to be done. It's not meant for electronics to be in there. The only electronic in my bedroom is my TV. But I think that it's necessary that we set boundaries. So sometimes it's like, okay, well, now I'm going to incorporate a week without social media, or every week I'm going to do a 24-hour no social media day or whatever and stuff like that. And I think I'm about to incorporate that now, like 1 week without social media every month for me. After I've done my 6-month detox. And then sometimes I literally, one day I challenged myself and I was like, I'm going to do 6 months without any social media just to see how it would affect my life. So you're gonna set those type of boundaries. Also, unfollow people. I know people get mad when you unfollow them and stuff like that, but me, I'm gonna hit that unfollow that button as soon as somebody say something dumb, something that I don't agree with. I unfollow. Whether that's I block words on Twitter. If I'm on Twitter, I would block words, phrases, people. If I'm on Facebook, I unfriend people. Even if it's a close friend on Instagram, I mute them. I remember it was someone I met and I was looking at the content he was posting. I'm like, yeah, this is just not something I want to see. Mute. It's no bad blood, but I mute, just to kind of keep the confusion down, because people do take the unfollow and unfriending kind of seriously. But when it's someone that I just really like, nah, I just ain't finna hear all that. Like, yeah, you're dumb. I don't need that. So use the unfollow button. That's your best friend. The unfollow, that block, that mute, that restrict. Best friend. Use it. You got to teach yourself how to be bored. You got to teach yourself how to you have to teach yourself how to sit with your thoughts, because sometimes I will see myself scroll. Let's say I'm somewhere and I'm sitting down. Let's say I'm sitting down at McDonald's. You ain't in line, and what you gonna do? I don't even go to McDonald's. Let's say Cabo. Okay. Let's say I'm in line at Cabo and I'm waiting in line. What you want to do? You want to scroll to pass by the time, right? In those moments, I'm like, nah. Let's sit in this silence. But no, for real though, it's like, put the phone up and let's just soak up the moment. I'm so grateful that I'm able to go grab myself something to eat whenever I want to. I'm looking around, this and that, and eventually you just get cool with being silent and not saying anything. Like, I think that it's a beautiful thing once you become a lot more intentional to know that you're not just looking for like some cheap dopamine to, get a little high off of, or a little distraction. It's almost like them vapes, y'all, but we ain't gonna get into that. Make sure you're checking in with your mental health. That goes back to when I was saying, like, how are you feeling post scrolling? But one thing, another tip I would give, now that we know how to decenter social media, I would say curate an algorithm. Even if you need to make a completely new page, like if you just have it where you gotta get on social media, but you want it to affect you differently, create an entire page for you and you alone, and you just follow everything that you want to follow, like positive things that feed you spiritually, mentally, whatever, that aligns with your goals and what it is that you want out of life, or that just aligns with the state of mind you're striving to be in long term. So it's like, for instance, I have a page that I'm not going to say the name, but it's just like I get on there and I literally only follow things about, just affirmations, love, happiness, hope, blessings, creativity. Like, I only follow pages like that, and I've yet to have anything that takes away from that. Like, I've yet to have my algorithm altered. Like, I only react to the things that I want on my algorithm. Like, even in my regular page, if I'm scrolling, I'm not going to sit on something for a long time that I don't like. If I don't like it, why am I focusing on the scroll? Get past it. Up. Because if I engage with it, then it's going to keep feeding me that. Twitter is really quick with that too. Because I remember one time it was something on Twitter and I was like, yo, like, what is this? Like, and I looked at it too long, and it's like my whole feed just kept getting filled with it. So I had to block the word. And then I ended up like, now my Twitter feed is really positive. I really like it. But yeah, curate an algorithm for you. That's one tip I would say if you do have a hard time leaving it alone. But start off with just like a day a week, or 2-3 days out of the month where you do no social media, and then up it and up it and up it. I think that's really important, because a lot of us have addictions and we don't know it. Like, sometimes, like, naturally, I do it too. I'm not going to act like I don't. Naturally, you open up an app, just from like muscle memory, or you open up Safari and you type whatever in because it's muscle memory. So a lot of times you have to break that habit too, the habit of scrolling, because sometimes it's just, you just do it just to do it. Now let's talk about the benefits of decentering social media. And I'm going to tell you this from my perspective of how it has helped me and how it could help you too, or how it could affect you too. I would say from those 6 months that I wasn't on social media, I became so much more grateful. You will be filled with love and appreciation for everything that is around you. The small things that you didn't notice because you weren't in the moment, or you were taking away your moments of presence through social media, you gain all that back. You can literally just take 3 steps and be like, thank you, God. I'm so grateful that I'm able to move my body. And you may say that more than you ever said it when you weren't scrolling on social media. I would say you will pick up hobbies. And as a result of picking up hobbies, you eventually make friends on the places that you have your hobbies at. So now you're connecting and building a community outside of the internet. And then eventually you just get a better sense of self. You're like, oh, I like this. This makes me feel good. That doesn't make me feel good. You get to thinking a little bit more. You probably become a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Introspective. You have a lot more time to be introspective. And you get a clear idea of what it is that you really want without it being altered by the thoughts and feelings of the masses or someone else that you probably look up to on social media. There's no, you should be doing this. You got to do this. You got to do that. It turns into, I get to do this. Oh, this is what I like. I'm interested in this. I should learn more about this. And you take action a lot quicker. I also say another benefit is you begin to really enjoy your alone time. Because I remember when I was younger, I would get on social media to feel safe, to feel like I'm connected with people when I first started living by myself. And I'd be like, okay, I'm going to just grab my phone. If I'm feeling anxious, I'm going to just scroll, because now I feel connected to everything around me. I know I'm not necessarily alone. And that was kind of weird now that I think about it. But that's just how I was at that point. So now it's oh, I truly, duly enjoy my alone time. I need this, and it needs me. And just the ability to sit with my feelings and be more aware of how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking at the moment. And it's oh, okay, well, no, I don't think that. I can keep inventory on myself. I can check in with the great beliefs I have within me. I can also alter any limiting beliefs I have within myself, because I'm so much more in tune with who I am and how I'm feeling at the moment and what emotions that I want to evoke. Another thing is the pressure lift. That 3 a.m., oh, I gotta be a millionaire by 23. I need to go get an LLC. Once you get the LLC, I need you to go open up a credit card. And once you open up the credit card, I need you to go take $50K out on that credit card and get another one and make a circular transaction. But you're not gonna get caught for fraud, because this is how we work the system. Oh my God. Yeah, that was gone. I was not hyper fixated on being a boss. I am a boss, but I deserve rest. I earned rest. And I don't say that lightly, because there's going to be some times where you got to just put the work in and do what you got to do. I know that. But I'm saying in the sense of I just wasn't hyper fixated on something. I wasn't necessarily so hard on myself. The pressure became alleviated down to the pressure to look perfect, the pressure to be this, and everything else in between. It was gone. And I think it would do the same for you, especially if you deal with the need to be successful, to feel oh, I need to do this, I got to do this, I should be doing that, and it's people out here who's doing this and doing that, so why not me? And it's okay, yeah, of course, but it'll never be you the more you keep you're desperately wanting it. The more desperate you become for something, the less likely it is to come. So I need you to understand that as well. But yeah, the pressure gone. And I would just say, back to me finding the beauty in the simplest of things, life was just slow in the best way. This is the life that I'm living, and this is the life I love to live. All in all, when decentering social media, you gain a better sense of clarity. You become more in touch with yourself. You appreciate the smaller things in life. You become more creative. You get hobbies, and you're able to build community. Decenter social media. Take a break. Unplug sometimes, sis. There's nothing wrong with social media. I don't think you have to be on either extremes, but just give yourself some grace. And this is what life could be like and is like for me since decentering social media. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and always remember, sis, I love you, and we will talk next time.